everyone, and welcome to Live from Fire and Safety. I'm Bubba.
I'm Russ.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to give you a few minutes. Be sure to start sharing it, clicking it, liking it, do all that fun stuff. While we wait for a few people, boss, I just want to let you know, man, I'm so excited for some stuff that's coming up. Our producer, Stacy, and I'm actually clicking and sharing it now so I can follow along myself.
You gonna put it out where I can see it too?
Yeah, we'll put it up. What we want to do is start watching people. That way, if you got questions, chime in. We can answer them while we're talking about this. But also, let's talk about some of the upcoming shows. Stacy's putting together a pretty much long laundry list of some exciting guests.
I tell you, I never thought this. I come back from vacation and y'all done got this all laid out like, and hey, let's do it. Stacy's doing a fantastic job. She's kind of our producer. No, she is our producer.
She definitely is
and,
our producer.
She's setting up shows that I never imagined we'd be doing, but hey, let's do it. Let's have all with it. Everybody seems like they like it. And
I like to think of it as standing on being a baby bird, trying something new. You don't know if the limb will support you. Being a big guy, you don't want to walk out on the limb, and it just falls straight to the bottom. So you got to know what's going to support you and what you don't. But I thank you and her for at least trying this endeavor. And thanks to you guys out there that's clicking, sharing. You guys are keeping us in tune. If there's anything you want to see coming down the pipe, how about commenting or calling me or Russ and letting us know?
Give us some shows. Give us some shows, some ideas. And I'll be glad to do it.
Today's show is going to be referenced around turnout gear and the importance of turnout gear. I myself, I love turnout gear. You know how much I stay in tune with it. One of the big things that I love about turnout gear, and we'll talk about it briefly, is over the years you've seen change. I mean, Ben Franklin was your first chief, right?
Yeah, so, he was. I can remember from when it was just turnout gear. And that's how you ordered it. And really the only thing you had to do was what color you wanted.
Right.
But over the years, it has went from components, options, and now it's totally different. It's a lot more than just saying, hey, I want a set of turnout gear.
Right.
We got to build this stuff like you would build your house.
Correct. And there's many options. I know back in the 90s, coming up in Home Park Fire Department, we got a lot of gear that was given to us by mills, cotton mills, and it was cotton duck turnout gear. And you just absolutely dreaded to wear that jacket in the summertime, and then put it on a few minutes later. It's wringing wet, uncomfortable, itchy. But one of the things,
no banks came out.
And then no banks came out.
That was the best stuff.
When PVI come out, I remember the first PVI that came out. Man, everybody thought that you could walk on water with that gear. And it's just an evolution of change in our short time being here. But today we're just going to talk about Globe. Globe Turnout Gear has been in business for over 130 years. It's been in a family tradition. And I'm going to tell you, boss, it's the world's greatest turnout gear, without a doubt. I know for probably the last 20 years of my career, I've wore it. I've never got burnt. I've had some discolorations at times, but I'm going to tell you, listen, at the end of the day, if you get discoloration, understand it did its job.
It did its job. And, we've been selling Globe here for about 35, 36 years. They were here when I got here, and like I said, everybody says I come over here on the ark. I've been here for a long time, but Globe has always been the name brand for turnout gear, and it still is today.
I firmly believe that. One of the things that I love about Globe is our district manager, Gary Rhodes. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal character, more than willing to work with you.
Yes.
And if you don't know something, Gary's the guy that you can pay. He's almost like an encyclopedia of turnout gear.
He is, and if you don't know, he's never afraid to tell you don't, but he will put you in touch with somebody that does. And that's
all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for.
So it's like we have a direct line and anything we need, so really good on that.
Well, listen, let's dive on in. Hey guys that's tuning in, we appreciate it. Stay tuned. We're going to get started talking about Globe Turnout Gear. Globe Turnout Gear was recently purchased by MSA Fire Safety Protection. And one of the things, boss, we never seen some people got a little concerned, was it going to be a change? There was never no change. They kept that family tradition of Globe that had, and we're honored to be a part of that selling process with them. So if you're a fire department and you're talking about, the first question I want to ask is, what kind of spec do you have for gear? And boss, as you know, you've been a part of a lot of specs. It's very imperative that you write a spec and you know what you got.
Yeah.
Because like you said earlier, I need a set of black turnout gear. Well, what kind do you want? Black, and it needs to have yellow trim on it.
Yeah. Well, what do you want on the options? You know,
Correct.
your thermal turnout gear.
Turnout gear.
Turnout gear.
So really briefly, we're going to look at this, and guys, just so you know, they are a lot of different fabric. There's no way we can turn it. But really briefly, this is a Globe manual that we have here at Anderson Fire Safety. If you request one, I'll be more than glad to put it in the mail or come by here and get it. But just really briefly, these are PBI Stretch, Combat Flex, PBI XT, Agility, Armor AP, Pioneer. These are just outer shells. And what this is basically the components. Any set of turnout gear, you're going to have 3 layers, boss. You got your outer shell, then you got your thermal protection, and then you got your inner liner. For me, the biggest thing that has changed is that thermal liner, because no longer is it absorbent. Now it's moisture wicking, which basically means it's peating. It's not absorbing into that and holding that moisture, which is good for steam burns, which is good for putting that jacket on at 6 a.m., running a fire, and then 3 hours later putting it back on. They used to be one of the biggest hectics they were. But there's so many different types of material. To write your spec, what we encourage is you call me or Russ here at Anderson Fire Safety, phone number 864-225-1128. We'll be more than glad to come to your department. We'll go over the different type of materials, the different cuts. We talk about cuts. You got GXL, G Extreme. They launching a brand new pair of pants this year. It's called Global Pants Systems, and it's a whole lot of detail to go into. So if you want to know more about it, I will tell you this. Coming soon with the GPS pants, it's going to be like blue jeans. It's going to be like blue jeans. Everything that Gary's telling me and I'm reading is phenomenal.
Okay, I'm excited.
Can't wait. You're going to have, I believe the options are a regular fit, slim fit, and so on and so forth. But I'm looking forward to it. And listen, if you want to know more about turnout gear, stay tuned. Call us. We'll be more than glad to go over anything. Or check out Globe's website.
Yeah.
MSA Fire Safety Globe. You can read all that. If you want to call Russ or myself, or if you got a question you want to ask it on Facebook, feel free to.
Yep.
This is our job. We want to keep you safe.
We do.
But one of the things that really briefly, before we get jumped over into boots, because I know we touched on this really briefly, but your boss, I encourage, and I've told you this before, even with turnout gear change, it goes back to training. That firefighter's got to know what his limits are, and this material is getting a whole lot safer. Building constructions is not really, we're cheapening it. That means fires are burning hotter. That means the firefighters are going so much further. If you guys are not training with the gear that you're using, I would encourage you to give us a call so we can line you up and get you in some burn testing so you know your limits.
Yep.
The same thing with the thermal cameras that we've done in the past shows. All these tools can go in your toolbox. It's up to you to keep those tools polished, clean, and renewed. So let's talk about boot action. This here is the Globe Onyx leather boot. It's one of my kind of favorite boots is because it's a 13-inch boot instead of a traditional 14-inch
Right.
boot. I'm a bigger guy, got a little bit bigger calves. You know what they say about them guys with big calves? They wear big calf socks. So I kind of like this boot because it's not really killing the market, but it's a good, comfortable boot.
Right.
When I first started fire service with rubber boots and you had to have blisters,
Yep.
brother, you had to change your socks.
You did.
You had to keep all this. Now we're seeing that with that heel core lock system, a whole composite boot, really lightweight, that's lasting a good 10 years.
And actually, we probably could do a whole show on this boot, and we
Absolutely.
probably will in the future. But I did. I'm glad you brought it up at the show. But still, don't remember, one thing we do got to do is like, share on the page, make sure everything can do all that where you can be in for the drawing. And like I say, like Bubba said, give one of us a call. We're glad to come out at a meeting night or whatever we need to do and do a demo with you, help you guys out. It's getting quotes, maybe some grants out there or whatever, or it's just budget.
Hey, even if you want knowledge, give us a phone call, man. This is what we do. This is our trade.
Yep.
And if you guys are just wanting to know something just for the general consensus, we have Globe has a ton of resources. Even if we can't answer the question, Gary may be able to.
He can. Or will.
And he will. He'll find out the answer for you. But listen, guys, we go keep you guys tied up, but really briefly, we just want to tell you how much we thank you.
Yep.
For clicking, liking, sharing. Boss, what are we giving away tomorrow?
We're going to get off the flashlights. I think we've done that for 2 or 3 shows.
We have.
Whatever. So we're going with a flash hood. A lot of people, we're going to do a show one day on this. It's the Captain Jim's flash hood. Bubba has an extraordinary, I mean, it is. It's awesome.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah, it is. I've heard that before. It's actually on YouTube.
It is on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, but we're going to transfer it one day to our live show here.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to do it for you too. I can't wait on that day. But anyway, like I say, like, share, and
tomorrow at this same time we will. Tomorrow at this same time we will have a drawing for it. This hood carries about a $52 value. I personally, when you watch this show, I am going to let Russ put a blowtorch on me. I'm that confident in the Captain Jim hood.
Make sure you show up.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure my mom's not watching. I promise you, or my wife. She might come get a little mad at you. But listen, guys, we appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep the good words coming, or give us whatever we need to do. Let us know. This show is all about you guys.
And don't be shy. Let us know. We can take criticism.
Yep.
I'm good. But I like happy stuff too.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of happiness going on in the world. So
that's good.
But listen, guys, be sure to say your prayers. Thank law enforcement, firefighters, EMS,
God bless y'all,
and military that's serving our country. We ask that you stay safe. God bless and have a great day.